Time now for Power Players presented by Merrill, a Bank of America company. And this power player is a no-brainer. Josh Allen, last night he accounts for 4 touchdowns in a 31-10 beatdown of the Rams. And it probably could have been worse for the defending champs. The banner party short-lived in La La Land after Allen and the Bills put up more than 400 yards of total offense. Of course, Allen wasn't alone out there torching the Rams. The Bills QB started 10 for 10, and a lot of that went to Stephon Diggs. He ends his day with 8 receptions for 122 yards and a touchdown. Gabe Davis found himself open a lot as well. He got the first TD of the 2022 season. And Von Miller, wow, you'd think the Rams missed this guy. 2 sacks against his former team. To talk about that big win for the Bills last night, let's bring in our CBS Sports NFL analyst Ryan Harris. Ryan, we saw what Josh Allen did last night. We are in AFC East country down here in South Florida, and quite honestly, Allen looked terrifying yesterday. How do you think teams are reacting to what he was able to do against the Rams last night?
Well, a lot of defensive coordinators did not sleep well because not only did Josh Allen and the Bills confirm everybody's belief in what they've seen about command of offense, ability, deep threat strike, and a run game, but they ran some plays that other NFL teams and offenses are going to copy. That's how successful they were. I mean, whether it's rolling out of the pocket, forcing safeties, I mean, the entire defense of the Rams, which just won a championship, mind you, couldn't even stop the quarterback. I mean, a stiff arm worse than anybody's ever seen from Derrick Henry from the quarterback. And then skying for the touchdown. The offense was incredible. How about Singletary, too? The running back, I thought he had a phenomenal game. But Josh Allen's MVP tour has started. He was phenomenal last night, commanding, physical. He even talked trash after running over Scott, that defensive back. When your quarterback talks trash, that's like when you're an adult at a kid and a kid talks trash to you on the basketball court. You can't even say anything because they're not supposed to be able to dominate you. They were phenomenal last night.
Yeah, that stiff arm, by the way, textbook, right on the side of the helmet, just push the defender away. Okay, equally terrifying, the Bills' defense. Von Miller at 33, still causing havoc in the NFL. Buffalo gave up the fewest yards in the NFL last season. Is it possible that they can be even better on that side of the ball this year?
Absolutely. The answer is yes. Stephon Diggs called Von Miller the missing link. The missing link, and that's what he played like last night. 2 sacks, four tackles, but he was just in the mind of that offense. And you could tell Matthew Stafford was aware of where he was all game long. To give you an example of how good Von Miller was, he made Aaron Donald a footnote in the game. How do you do that? On the road. So Von Miller, I know from experience, I have a Super Bowl ring that will attest, this man changes games in the best ways. And this was his first week of football. That was the first time he played more than 5 plays in a row all summer. What happens when he gets in game shape? Von Miller is only going to get better after this game.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not, losing any sleep over having not to practice against this guy anymore out there in Denver. All right, let's go ahead and start making some picks. Eagles are 4-point favorites against the Lions. Many think Dan Campbell has Coach of the Year potential, but is that campaign going to have to wait until at least week 2 to begin?
Absolutely, it's going to have to wait. How does Dan Campbell get so much credit for losing? I think the Eagles have a great shot, too, to compete for that NFC East. So this is an easy one for me. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Our Doug Pederson, the Jags head to D.C. Does Jacksonville put the drama from a year ago in the rearview mirror and pull off a win in week 1 against Commanders on the road?
Yes, they do. I got the Jaguars winning here. Doug is one of my favorite coaches I ever was able to play with, and he already has things turned around in a big way down in Jacksonville. Players are happy to play again, and I know that Doug will give them opportunities to exercise their abilities. Look out for the best that Trevor Lawrence has ever looked as well. These Jaguars have a chance to be something special this year. I got the Jags there against the Washington Commanders.
Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, what does Pederson do for Trevor Lawrence going into year 2?
Well, it's a unique craft for an offensive coordinator to recognize that they have a running quarterback, but not to focus on that. And what Doug Pederson will do is, hey, we're going to run that quick quarterback draw, quarterback read, but it's going to be precise. Either the quarterback's keeping it or the quarterback's going to, hand it off and attack the line of scrimmage. So what Doug Pederson is one of the rare offensive coordinators that understands how to use a young quarterback and their running ability. Think about Patrick Mahomes. We've seen Patrick Mahomes run the football at times, and that same style of offense is what Doug Pederson runs. So it's not something that Patrick Mahomes majors in, but when he does it, he's very effective. And, of course, Doug Pederson learning from the great Andy Reid.
All right, on the West Coast, 4:25 on Sunday, we get to see the Raiders with Josh McDaniels, Devontae Adams for the first time. A little bit of a makeover there. But is that enough to upset the Chargers at SoFi?
Absolutely not. The Chargers are going to destroy the Raiders and make the coach think twice about leaving New England. So, hey, I love Josh McDaniels, former coach of mine, but the Chargers are on another level. And Mike, look out. With a performance like that from Josh Allen on opening night, don't think for a second that these other quarterbacks haven't just raised their level as well. They want to make you forget about Josh Allen like you forgot about Thursday's breakfast. So look out for the big, big fireworks in that Chargers game at home.
Well, that bar is set pretty high there by Josh Allen. Our week one certainly not short on storylines. Joe Flacco and the Jets host his former team, the Ravens. New York has had a lot of time to prepare for Lamar Jackson on the other side, but will that defense be ready?
That defense will not be ready for Lamar Jackson. No one is, to be fair. And I know Coach Robert Saleh believes in Joe Flacco. He may be the only one, but we'll find out. I think this is a runaway for the Ravens, who want to tell people, hey, you guys forgot about us because Lamar Jackson was injured last year. We've got some big pieces to be successful. And this Ravens defense might be the best defense that Harbaugh's had the last 5 years.
And finally, to put a period on the end of the week here, Monday Night Football, another reunion, this one between Russell Wilson and his new team, the Broncos, against the Seahawks. Wilson said this week Seattle's tried to trade him multiple times. Will they, in fact, regret that come Monday night?
They will regret it, Mike. No chance the Broncos lose this one. I got them winning big. I'm happy for Geno Smith. I hope he has a great career and turns it around. And these Broncos are coming out to make a statement. Russell Wilson is going to be leading these young Broncos to a new level of play. And look out for Jerry Jeudy. A lot of people around the team, I got to see practice. Jerry Jeudy has gotten back to that separation at receiver that made him a first-round draft pick for Alabama. I like the Broncos in this one, even on the road on Monday night. It's like when you get to go past your ex or something with your wife or your husband, your significant other. It's like, oh, yeah, we were together once, but look how good things are now. That's what Russell Wilson's going to do Monday night.
Yeah, you know what? In those situations, keep your head down. Just keep it moving, get the win, and move on. All right, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's take a look at Ryan's picks one more time. Here we go, Eagles at Lions. He likes the Eagles at -4. Meantime, he's got the Jags going into D.C. to beat the Commanders. Chargers over the Raiders, and then the Ravens, Lamar Jackson over Joe Flacco and the Jets. And as you just heard right there, the Broncos -6.5 to go into Seattle and beat Russell Wilson's former team, the Seahawks.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.